Hello YouTube, St. Bob here of St. Bob's YouTube channel. This is going to be another quick tutorial for Xsyon. This is going to be a crafting tutorial. I'm actually going to focus this tutorial on tool crafting, and because it does seem that whilst listening to a lot of the global chat in game, a lot of people are asking St. Bob, how do you do this and how do you do that? So I figured, well, I'll post a YouTube video and hopefully it can answer a few things really. So starting off as a fresh character, just bear in mind that this character isn't fresh. I've been working on this character for about an hour and a half, and so obviously when you go into the tool crafting box here in the actions, you'll see that I do have quite a few tools that I've been crafting over the past hour or so. But you don't start with these. You actually start, let me just quickly go right to the very top. You actually, because I chose tool crafting as part of my skill that I wanted to focus in at the start of the character creation, I think I actually ended up with 5 that I could make straight away, I believe. And I can make those. I can make everything from the stake up to the hammer, and I was also given certain tools to start with, actually in my inventory and also on my person. So I got an axe and also had a shovel and so on. So the first thing that you do want to do, okay, is you want to start looking at what you can make and how to quickly get your crafting skill up so you can start learning new designs. Now the way to do that is actually by creating items and creating actually crafting tools. So what we need to do in order to do this is we need to start scavenging. Now different tools require different materials, so some will require scavenging resources such as metal, leather, plastic and cloth. Some will require this special scavenge items that you get from actually right clicking on scavenging in the actions, and that will then go around and actually look for something that's more useful than just normal resources. And lucky me, I've just uncovered something, so let's go and have a look at what I've uncovered. Oh, I've uncovered $8 bills. Lovely. So what we do need to do is we need to start looking at what we actually need to create our metal stake, because this will be the first item that we're going to create. Perhaps you've got something different, but you can utilize the same scenario for your situation. So I need a hammer. I also need a wedge. Now wedges come from finding scrap metal, so let's run around here until we find some scrap metal. Hopefully it's not going to take too long, because we don't want to have long pauses. So let's just have a look. Come on. Knowing my luck, I've just waited about 3 hours for the night to turn to day, and now it looks like I'm going to do the same to try and find some scrap metal. Just my luck. Okay, oh, this leather. There we go, lovely. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to start getting some scrap metal. I'm not going to explain how to go about sorting it and things, because that's in obviously the other tutorial. So I'm assuming that you've seen that tutorial and you know how to scrap. So I'm going to open my bag now after I've finished this one. There we go. Okay, and let me just move some of these. Now you can see that I do like to have my tools that I'm going to be using in order to create whatever item I am going to create. I like to have my inventory box quite close to it, so it's really quick and easy for me to put them in and press the craft button. So what do we need? We need a hammer, which I've got there, and we need a wedge. So let's look at what we've collected. We also do have one wedge there, but I just want to actually get some so you can actually see the process of it. Okay, let's just go with the one that we've got then. So basically what you do is you use scrap metal and you sort it into your inventory, and you use that in order to get the items that you need. Now it isn't 100% chance that you're going to get a steel wedge every time you sort, but it is pretty common to get these. So let's right click on crafter's hammer, let's right click on the steel wedge, okay, and let's craft the item. and that's how you do it. And that goes for every single item in the crafting in the actual crafting box there. Obviously different ones require different tools to make them. It also requires different materials, different resources as well. So for example, I have a leather craft flat blade, which requires a craft knife, it requires a screwdriver, it requires round bones, it requires a small metal plate, junk plastic, and a screw. All those can be found in the junk pile. Round bones, I believe you can get from animals, but I have also found one in the scrap here by using the scavenging skill. Now obviously, how do you actually gain new skills, new items and new designs to actually start crafting them? Well, it's easy. Basically you grind an item, or you grind the brand newest item that you have just learnt until you learn another one. So what I would do to start off with, let me just go right to the top and we'll do a quick scenario. So let's say that I've started off with a metal stake, bone crafter's knife, bone handle scissor, pioneer's brush, and a pioneer's hammer. Those are the 5 that I've started with. Okay. So let's say that now I want to start learning more designs and more tools. So what I would do is I would go around the scavenge pile, and I would get as many wedges as possible, and I would sit and I would start crafting tons and tons of metal stake. And I would do that until I learnt my new skill, my new tool. So what we would do is we would do that, and then once we've got enough skills, enough points to actually level up the tool crafting, then what we would do is we would then all of a sudden get a bone handle trowel. Now you don't have to actually level anything up, it does it automatically by itself, so don't worry about anything like that. What happens is, whilst you're creating items, there is I believe some sort of point system behind it in the background where you can't see it, and every time you create an item, that gives a certain point towards your next item that you can learn, and obviously when you reach that maximum, it will give you a new item. So I'm guessing that is how it works. So that is basically it, guys. Really, that is the same for every single crafting out there. Weapon craft is just the same, it just requires different resources and different tools. Again, architecture, it's all the same. Everything is done exactly the same method, say, because obviously there's different tools and different resources required, but they are still it's the same method about going how to actually create them. So hopefully, guys, I've kind of like shed a bit of light on there for you. You do over time you gain skills, and the higher your skills, the more or the less chance you've got of failing in creating an item. Again, with scavenging, which is quite good, you can increase your scavenging skill, which increases the luck of you actually finding better items using the scavenging icon. So again, guys, hopefully I've shed a little bit of light on there for you. If there's any questions at all that you've got, or any more tutorial requests that you'd like to see, then please do contact me either through the Xsyon forums, in-game, or here on YouTube, either in comments or to an inbox, and I'll do my best to get back to you. So once again, guys, thanks very much, and we will speak to you later. St. Bob, signing off.